Hello and welcome to Reportage. This is Danish bin Nabi. I am joined by Aam Aadmi Party Chairman for the Jammu and Kashmir State, Mr. Harsh Dev Singh. I shall ask him about the issues faced by the people in Jammu and has AAP replaced the grand old party of India, the Congress. Mr. Dev, welcome to Reportage.
Thank you.
Let me say, when we had our own governments, the PDP, the National Conference, the Congress government in here, things were different and people were not suppressed in any manner as far as our own governments are concerned. Do you think that abrogation of special status of state of Jammu and Kashmir was a necessary step?
You see, we too have been talking about Article 370 when we were in Panthers Party earlier, and we only, what we demanded was amendment in Article 370.
Not
so
the abrogation.
Not the abrogation.
But
we never said that you abrogate 370.
Why did Aam Aadmi Party supported it on the August 6th in the parliament?
No, we didn't have much role in the parliament.
But
we had
at
only
least a statement by Aam Aadmi Party
we had only one MP.
Could have put things on first.
We are saying it.
But Mr. Dev, Aam Aadmi Party supported the resolution on August 6, 2019 in the parliament.
There was no time to support or oppose. They introduced a bill and the very same day it was passed. Nobody could take part in the discussion even.
Mr. Dev, your party supported it along with 19 other parties who supported the resolution, the bill.
No. You see, there was no time at all. Nobody was given any time. The bill was introduced in the parliament, and immediately thereafter, when the political parties protested,
Mr. Dev,
that we had not been informed about it, the bill ought to have been, the copies of the bill ought to have been given to the members at least 3 days prior to the date on which the discussion is to be held. Nobody was allowed to read that.
It was completely bulldozed in the parliament, right?
You see, yeah.
Do you support the abrogation of special status?
No.
Has it done any good to people? Has it done any good for the people of Jammu and Kashmir?
It may not be proper to make a statement at this stage when the issue is sub judice. The matter is before the Supreme Court, and any matter which is before the Supreme Court, you should not make any comment on that issue, because that would amount to a contempt of the court also. We have all respects for the court. We believe that Supreme Court will give its verdict, and that verdict has to be accepted by one and all. Nobody can say that I don't go by what the Supreme Court says. Everybody has to fall in line. Once the Supreme Court gives its judgment, that will have to be accepted by one and all, irrespective of the political party he belongs to, he or she belongs to, because the verdict of the Supreme Court is final, and it cannot be disregarded by any political party.
Mr. Dev, the English word for such a statement is duplicity. You supported it that day, August 6th. Aam Aadmi Party supported the resolution and the bill. Now you are backtracking, which I completely understand are the political things which you need to keep in context.
Let me explain. Let me explain for a minute. Let me explain. You see, whenever a bill is introduced in the parliament, the discussion is held after 2 or 3 days. So just listen.
These are nitty-gritties of the parliament. Which is completely fine. My only point is, Mr. Dev, let me speak. And I don't want to discuss this point because we have many other topics to discuss. But my simple point is, on that very day, there is a tweet from your party's handle supporting the abrogation of special status of the abrogation of the special status, which is, I completely understand your party's stand. Let's move forward. What about the land laws now?
Land laws, you see, they are being opposed all over Jammu and Kashmir. It's only BJP which is supporting the land laws. Only they say they have encroached state lands, the BJP leaders, worth trillions, millions and trillions. They have encroached forest lands. They have encroached JDA lands. They have encroached even the army lands. They are not prepared to vacate that. But as far as a poor man is concerned, they are after him. They say that we will demolish your houses if you don't take action by yourself, and the cost of demolition will also have to be borne by the poor people. That's why I said, which policies does the BJP have? It's all anti-poor policies which are being pursued in Jammu and Kashmir. Why should the lands be vacated from those people who do not have any land to construct their dwelling units or to cultivate their land, save their families from starvation? They are tilling those lands which are with them now, and they are feeding their families only because of their marginal land holdings. BJP wants to throw them out of those land holdings.
And
what?
And
what?
And Aam Aadmi
Is it what the welfare state is supposed to do? In a welfare state, the government has got to ensure that facilities are provided to the people so that they can also enjoy the right to life, and right to life includes right to livelihood. You are snatching the right to livelihood of the people, and that's a violation of the fundamental rights also.
Mr. Dev,
And they are not prepared to give up their own, lands which they have illegally usurped. They are occupying palatial bungalows, government bungalows
in Jammu and Kashmir,
in Jammu and Kashmir.
the BJP leadership,
The BJP leaders
and all
estates bungalows, government bungalows, they are illegally occupying them without paying any rent, without paying any power tariff, without paying any water usage charges. They consider this Jammu and Kashmir as their father's fiefdom, that they can do anything. They can loot the taxpayers' money. They can loot the bloody public exchequer. And then they will, the authority which they are enjoying, they will demonstrate their authority only upon the poor and bulldoze them the way they like. This is not done. The poor people also have a right to live, and they have a right to livelihood as guaranteed to them by the Constitution.
You hope it will come to power one day in Jammu.
Let's say whoever works for the people will appropriately respond. That's what I believe. Nobody is, opposing the arbitrary dictatorial regime of BJP except we people. We are standing and opposing left and right the dictatorial and authoritarian policies of the BJP government.
Mr. Dev, I would humbly disagree with you on this point, that you are the only party, only people who are opposing BJP. Let's humbly agree to disagree on this point. My point is, they are taking the land from the poor. They are taking the land from the people. They are taking the jobs from the people. Giving statements, holding protests are quite fine, but what are the concrete steps that Mr. Harsh Dev Singh is going to take to stop all
what do you believe, what concrete steps should be taken? We are standing with the people. We are opposing the moves of the government. We are making the government accountable before the people. We are making them answerable. We are questioning their illegal occupation of government lands and forcible eviction of the poor. What else can a party do in opposition? What other steps do you feel that a party can take in the opposition?
You are the right person to answer this question. You are the leader, you have the party, you are the politician.
That's what I am saying.
It's you,
That's what I am saying.
You who must tell to people that we are going to do this and that.
Yes.
Yes.
You see, we have been holding protests. We are, fighting on the streets, on the roads, in the offices. We are approaching the concerned government functionaries that this is something which is very, very, illegal, I would say, because you are snatching the livelihood. You are snatching the very livelihood of the people, which is not done. And it's only we people who are fighting against the government.
I would again disagree with you.
Everyone has surrendered. Everyone has surrendered before the BJP. Nobody, these people, you will find these political parties are not showing the guts to confront the BJP. It's only we who are fighting it out on the streets, on the roads, and in the offices as well.
Mr. Dev, I would again humbly disagree with you that you are not the only people, not the only party fighting against.
Let we know who others are out fighting.
Mr. Dev,
who else is fighting?
Explain to me one thing. Why is Aam Aadmi Party considered to be an offshoot of Bharatiya Janata Party on the national level?
If you consider that, I can't help it. If somebody considers it, you have your own opinions about
it's not about
different
my
parties.
opinion.
That which party is the offshoot of which party. If you feel that way, I can't help it. But we feel that we are fighting, we are standing, and we do not find anyone else who's fighting the government the way we are fighting. On each issue, we are confronting the BJP and making them accountable and answerable to the people.
Mr. Dev, as far as national politics is concerned, it obviously feels to everyone that Aam Aadmi Party is only against fighting one party, that is the Congress Party. You have only one agenda to cut the vote of Congress. I'm talking of the national level. You have only one agenda to cut the vote of Congress, to make a Bharat Mukht, Congress Mukht Bharat, the BJP slogan, and you are completely helping them out. How true are these
assertions? If you think that way, then I can't help it. We have never, I don't think, you will not find even a single statement coming from Aam Aadmi Party against the Congress in Jammu and Kashmir. I don't know how you came to the conclusion that Aam Aadmi Party is helping the BJP.
Obviously, it's such a thing that you would not come on public platform and say that we are helping this and that, or we are against this and this.
Just show me one statement where we have, we have opposed the Congress here in Jammu and Kashmir.
Mr. Dev,
tell me a day when we have not opposed the BJP.
Tell me, but you are asking me to show me a statement. It's quite obvious. Chori nahi kahega ki maine chori ki hai. Do you think that slogan of BJP slogan of Congress Mukht Bharat is going to? They are going to fulfill.
I don't think any AAP leader has ever said that we want a Congress Mukht Bharat.
But BJP has said it.
BJP has said it, but yes. I am not answerable for what BJP says.
But you are the party who are helping them out by cutting the secular vote.
Thank you very much. You are mistaken terribly.
This is not true that you are not cutting the secular vote in other states?
I don't know what you are feeling. We formed the government in Delhi, we formed the government in Punjab. Who's cutting whose votes?
So,
who's cutting the votes?
What about Jammu and Kashmir? What is the future? What is the future of Aam Aadmi Party in Jammu and Kashmir?
It will have a bright future.
By cutting the votes of the regional parties like National Conference, People's Democratic Party.
Why don't you see it the other way? That these parties are cutting into our votes?
Because they are.
How did you come to the conclusion? How did you come to the conclusion that Aam Aadmi Party is cutting somebody's vote? Every party has its own rule. And people who feel that this party is good, they'll vote for that party. Where does this cutting the votes come? I don't understand.
It would obviously cut the secular vote. The many parties we have, it would cut the secular vote.
I don't agree with you on that. This is your misconception.
And this will not cut the secular vote. And not help in BJP in any form by consolidating the right-wing votes.
Why should it help the BJP? We have to demolish the BJP, my dear.
How can you demolish the BJP? Why? Because there are only two vote banks, the right-wing vote bank and the secular vote bank.
That's what you believe. That's what you people believe. You are creating dissensions in the society, divisions in the society. We believe in carrying everybody along. Ours is a party that's giving the slogan very clearly, unambiguously, that we stand for all. Irrespective of caste, creed and color, we fight for everybody. You say there is one left and one right. No left and right. We believe in pluralism. We believe in pluralism. Composite culture.
Mr. Dev, everyone does. But the
I
unfortunate...
don't think so. How everyone? You say there is one left and right.
Sir, let me make my point.
You say left and right. You say everybody believes.
Because since 2014, the political dynamics of India have changed. And it's quite obvious that the right-wing Hindu vote has been consolidated to one party, and the secular
don't talk
vote...
about Hindu or Muslims. We believe
It's not about
in
Hindu or
pluralism.
Muslims.
We believe in taking everybody along. Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, all have contributed for the freedom of this country, and they all collectively can take this country ahead. It's not Hindu or Muslim. We don't believe in that philosophy.
Mr. Dev, no one does.
What are you talking about it?
Secular people
You say left and right and this is Hindu, this is Muslim.
I'm talking purely on the electoral rolls of the electoral votage that we have in the country, which unfortunately since 2014 we have seen in many state elections that the right-wing vote gets consolidated to one party and the
That should not get. And that's why we are here. To ensure that all political parties, you see, they take a stand against the communal politics. And we have taken the lead in that. We always believed in composite culture, in secularism. And I was the person, maybe you may not be knowing, who introduced a bill in the legislature for incorporation of the word secular in the constitution of Jammu and Kashmir as well, when it existed. Now it's no more. But it's the BJP which opposed that. They had their MLAs in the assembly, but they opposed that. And various other parties also. So we have that secular character in us, right from the very beginning.
So coming back to my question, the future of Aam Aadmi Party in Jammu and Kashmir, and you are saying that you have a bright future and things are going to change in coming.
We have a right to think that way. Let the people decide.
Others
if we fight for them, if they feel that they are standing for us, they will vote for us. And maybe that, a situation like Punjab is created when, Jammu and Kashmir gets the government. Who knows? Do you know it?
Nobody
knows it. Nobody knows it. We are fighting. We are doing our duty. Yesterday, we, held a protest and we get out the office of the BJP here. There were around 1,000 people. Nobody does that. No political party opposes. You said that how are you opposing the BJP? This is only yesterday's example that we get out their office and we questioned their leaders as to how is it that they have usurped lands worth crores of millions and trillions of rupees, and then they are evicting the poor people. Nobody has the guts to question them.
Mr. Dev, let me end this discussion on a very simple and small point. I again repeating this for the third time. Aam Aadmi Party, Mr. Harsh Dev Singh, is not the only political party, not the only political individual who is opposing the...
I would like to know the other political parties who are opposing the BJP. You didn't talk about Apni Party, which is an offshoot of the BJP. You didn't talk about People's Conference. You didn't talk about DAP. You are talking about Aam Aadmi Party, which is fighting the BJP, with full force, full throttle. We are giving them a fight in the entire country.
Mr. Dev,
and you say,
Mr. Dev,
this is offshoots. Offshoots, you're not talking about the real offshoots of BJP. BJP has purchased majority of the leaders in Jammu and Kashmir. They are on their payroll. It is why we are fighting openly and vociferously, and we will demolish them.
Can I talk, Mr. Dev?
Yes, please.
You asked about People's Conference, you asked about the Aam Aadmi Party, you asked about this Aam Aadmi, Bukhari's party, Apni Party, right? Then I'm mistaken, you have not done a background check on me. You can go and ask them when I interviewed their leaders and see what those interviews are all about, right?
But I didn't hear anything about you talking about the Apni Party being an offshoot of the BJP or the People's Conference being an offshoot. You didn't talk about them. You said you are the offshoot.
Harsh Singh, I'm talking to an Aam Aadmi Party politician.
Yes.
Right?
But you are talking about Congress, you are talking about BJP.
I have asked them this question.
But you are not talking about those parties.
I have asked them this question. I have asked this question to everybody whom I feel is playing with the BJP. Right? So why I'm asking you? Because you represent a political party.
Yes.
That's why I am asking the questions only pertaining to the Aam Aadmi
Let
Party.
you hold a referendum in Jammu and Kashmir and the public will tell you it's only Harshdev who was fighting the BJP till the last.
May your fight be blessed always. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Please subscribe to our channel Reportage and press the bell icon to remain updated.